Mr. Raveh, we just got started about talking about some very successful Canadian-Israeli business collaborations. You talked about the toll road. Are there any other good examples of those kinds of collaborations in either Canada or Israel?
Absolutely. First of all, there are quite substantial companies who are Israeli companies who are operating in Canada. I think the largest one is Teva Canada, which was years ago Nova Farm. Now it's Teva. Teva, it's a multi-billion dollars company. And we have SodaStream, which is also another big Israeli company. You have Iskar, which was acquired by Warren Buffett a few years ago. Very successful company. We have a coffee-making company called Aroma, which is developing a competition with in Canada with other coffee places. So, and we have other real estate and infrastructure activities there. And Canadian companies acting in Israel. By the way, it started with Canadian Pacific, which I had the honor of representing many years ago. And they were in the hotel business in Israel. And then we have Bombardier, which is doing hundreds of millions of deals a year in Israel and with Israel. We have Azrieli, which is the largest shopping mall companies in Israel. It started in Montreal, and they are still active in Canada and in Israel. And there is a growing interest. And by the way, in the chamber itself, we are now planning a big delegation coming to Canada next year. And we hope that by this, we will also be able to contribute to the enhancement of business relationship between our two countries.
Oh, so that's interesting. So there'll be some kind of Israel sort of commercial trip to Canada and to, I guess, scout out new deals as well as strengthen those bonds. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. We are doing this together with the Industrialists Association here, and we are developing our contacts both one-on-one and also organization to organization with our counterparts in Canada. So we are, as I said before, we believe that the potential of the business relationship between our two countries is much, much larger than it is today. And we are working on it.
What advice would you give to Canadian companies who are seeking to be successful in Israel? What sorts of things do they have to learn?
In Israel?
In Israel.
Yes. You're talking about Canadian companies that want to do business in Israel. First of all, I think that, as I said before, there are a lot of similarities between doing business in Canada and doing business in Israel. The language is the same language, the mentality is the same mentality. The rules, both of the business rules, the legal rules, and others are also very similar. So there is almost, I believe, no special gimmicks or special rules that need to be adopted by Canadian companies that want to do business here as being different from Israeli company who wanted to do business in Canada. I think that it's quite easy. If you look at the number, there is a table showing how easy it is to do business in many countries. So I think that we stand quite high on the list, and of course Canada as well. So I don't want to be selfish and say you have to pick up the right lawyer and register immediately with the Israel-Canada Chamber of Commerce. That will be the main idea in order to help you do business in Israel.
That's a good point, because these chambers exist to facilitate trade and business development. There are many of them, obviously, in and all the other countries that Canada does business with. But it looks like the Israel-Canada Chamber of Commerce is also very active. So congratulations on that.